Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Nine Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. The fact that Agent Orange is on throne, I mean, a lot of things are going bad, and white women also feel like it's a great opportunity for them to also show how rich they say they are, and they are showing it amazingly great, right? Because for a white woman to come out to say that she is having black fatigue, I also return the favor to you. Black people have been having black fatigue for a longer time. You all can quit. And the other one is saying, how can black people let a world control them? And I am going to ask, why is it that you cannot keep your mouth shut? They've told you not to say that word to somebody, but you want to use the N word on somebody, and you also want to control the way the person reacts. That is to tell you how these people behave. You are going to tell me something and you want to control how I feel. Who does that? Who does that? I have never seen where that is happening. And now, you know what? One day you're going to say that word and you wake up and you find out that something is missing. I don't want to tell you what will be missing. Dentition, oculist, all of them be getting ready because some people will be making a lot of money. White women are about to go wild. You heard me right. Now, I want to ask black people this, my 92% and 80%. How are you people able to tell that this is a biracial child with a white mom? Because you all know how to do it so great. Even from afar, you are able to tell. How do you do it? Let's get into this video.
Black fatigue, is that a thing?
Watching her back for the rest of her life. Yeah, because that's not thuggery, hidrattery, animalistic. This is why people have black fatigue. When you act like this, it's not normal behavior. People do stupid stuff. People say stupid stuff. That's life. It's not normal to threaten to unalive people because you don't like what they're doing. But here we are. People are getting sick and tired of opening up TikTok and seeing brawls on cruise ships, brawls in the airport, like literally the most ghetto behavior. We're tired. We're tired of it. But then whining and complaining and acting like it's not your fault that you act that way. Yeah, we're kind of over it. She'll be
Thug, hood rat, ghetto, animals. Damn, you hit the whole bingo card of racist tropes. Who is talking about Shiloh Hendrix having to watch her back because of the racist remark that she made to a child? And in typical fashion, you downplay it by just saying that, oh, people say stupid things, that's life. Yeah, you characterize it as stupid while in the same video, you will characterize the behavior of a 5-year-old, being a 5-year-old, as drunken and being belligerent, right? It's funny how you always downplay it's a lone wolf or it's fringe when it's never a real characterization of what took place. I wish black people had to just have fatigue at white people threatening them, but unfortunately our history does not bear that out now, does it? You weren't threatening us with violence when you were violently enslaving us. You weren't threatening violence when you declared going to war and became treasonous to the United States because you were willing to fight because you had the audacity that you couldn't accept the fact that you could no longer own black people like cattle. You weren't threatening us. You were violent to us when you didn't want to accept us no longer adhering to Jim Crow laws. And did you know that the Klan is the longest standing terrorist organization in the United States? We had a Republican president who sent us to war, a war on terror, for 20 years. We lost hundreds, thousands of U.S. soldiers going to fight against the very thing that was right here in our own background of the U.S. of A. Only the most dangerous terrorists weren't in caves or wearing turbans. They were in Ford F-150s. Oh, but you don't have no fatigue for that now, do you? So you have a privilege of being fatigued at black people reacting to racist America. But if we were following with that same type of agility, the indigenous would have fatigue for you. Mexicans would have fatigue for you. You took Mexico's land, had the audacity to even name a state, New Mexico. That's diabolical. We're tired about hearing about threats. We're tired about when you can't cope, the harm you bring, bombing churches, shooting up schools, grocery stores, even movie theaters. You grab AR-15s even when the government told you need to wear masks to protect yourself from harm. You storm a Capitol and try to overthrow our government because you couldn't accept an election. Oh, but you're tired. It's funny that you characterize Shiloh Hendrix as white trash, as if somehow that's going to reduce or shrink the characterizations of her like she's some one-off, when the reality and the irony is that trash can be found in any community, more prominent, and even in the ghetto in America. So if trash is everywhere and you're calling her that, why aren't you tired of white trash when it's been an epidemic of this country from day one? And with all the evils of this said white trash and the behaviors of them, behind those men were women such as yourself, justifying them, marrying them, having their children, and raising future little demon white trash people. In all your wisdom, you aren't tired of that now, are you? And you know why that is? Because you've never seen trash take out itself.
Nobody.
People are not going to like what I have to say, and that's fine. I'm always pissing someone off anyway. So, but about the woman that called the little boy, and he's a little boy. I've seen discussions about him being 5 years old or 10 years old. He's a child. So, and you should never be ugly or rude or racist to anyone, especially a child. Let's just go ahead and get that. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. But also saying that, the woman that's said the N-word, we don't say that in our house. We've never said it in our house. I don't condone that type of behavior. I don't condone that word. There's a lot of words I don't use. The N-word, the GD word, those are completely off limits. Both of those words are disgusting to me, and we don't say it in our house at all. Never will, ever. But I just want to make a point, and this is sad to me, that word has so much control, and I feel bad. And I'm very fortunate that growing up, for most of the slurs that were told from me being a child, the slurs towards white people, like crackers and pink toes and all that, like it was never told to me like I was supposed to be angry about it. It was never told to me that, Heather, if someone calls you a cracker or a pink toe or whatever slur, you're to fight them, or you're to be angry, or they don't have the right to say that. I was not brought up that way. My parents never said, Heather, if someone calls you that, you attack them or you hurt them. It never was like that. I was very fortunate. What I think is very unfortunate is that there's a lot of people in the Black community that have always been brought up that word has a lot of control. I think from birth, that word has so much control and has so much anger and behind it, and that it is taught that if someone calls you that N-word, that you retaliate and that you hurt someone and that they don't have the right. So with doing that, I understand why, from an outsider looking in, I understand why that's taught to them, because it has there's so much history with it. But at the same time, I don't think people understand that doing that, it also continues to give racist people control over you. And I know nobody's going to like what I have to say, but it's the truth. So if you're Black and you allow someone to call you something and they can literally control your response, they know that they can use that word and it's very powerful and you're allowing it to be powerful, then they win and you lose. And it's never going to stop unless you break the cycle. How do you break the cycle? I don't know. I have no clue. I'm just an outsider looking in because I wasn't brought up the way that some people were brought up. I wasn't brought up for any slur to have that much control and power over me. And until people stop allowing words to have control or power over them, it's going to continue. I'm not saying that anyone is wrong for feeling attacked, racially attacked, or anything like that. You are who you are. If you're a black person and you get triggered by the N-word, that's all you. I can't tell you that you can't be triggered by it. I'm just telling you from the outsider looking in, and me having a mixed daughter, I make it a priority for me to teach her that I'm not going to allow her to let any word make her feel a certain way. Now, her dad, probably the opposite. We're not together no more, so I'm sure he probably teaches her that the word is bad, and if someone calls you that, you knock them out, or you hit them, or you attack them, or whatever. I'm on the outside looking in. I look at it totally different. Of course I do, because I'm a white person. So, but I'm going to be honest with you. I really wish that word had zero power over anyone, because it's the dumbest word. And I see it as a word that ignorant people use to keep power over certain people, and it's disgusting. But at the same time, a lot of people keep allowing it. So y'all can hate on me all you want. I'm just being real, and I'm just telling you the truth. It is what it is. Stop allowing a word to have so much power. Stop giving ignorant people power. And I know there's going to be some hatred in these comments, probably. And maybe not. I don't care. I've never had white guilt. I don't have white guilt. My parents didn't own slaves. Their parents didn't own slaves. Nobody in my family owns slaves. I've never owned a slave. I don't care. I don't use that word. I don't condone the behavior of anyone using that word. That word is irrelevant to me, and it's going to be irrelevant, hopefully, to my daughter, because I don't want her to feel like any word has any control over her. I'm teaching her to be smarter than that. I'm teaching her not to be emotional about that word. I'm teaching her to be able to walk away from ignorance. And I'm teaching her that no one has any power over her besides Jesus Christ. And if anyone gets offended by this video or angry by this video, it's probably because it's the truth, and you can't handle the truth. Oh, and real quick, if you get in my comments and you are racist and you say racial stuff or ignorant stuff, it's probably either going to be deleted or ignored, because I ain't got time for it. I really don't. If you don't like what I have to say, keep scrolling. It's fine. But in reality, it's pretty common sense. If you allow the word to have power and control, the word's going to be used for power and control. I know a lot of people have been brainwashed since birth, and you've been conformed to feel a certain way about it, but it's just a word. Stop giving it power. It doesn't hurt you. You're allowing it to hurt you. It doesn't affect you. You're allowing it to affect you. People say words all day long. It's you as the individual that's allowing a word to mess with you right here. You have the power inside to ignore it. You have the power inside to overlook it. You have the power inside to not allow it to control you. It's you personally that's allowing all that. And it's the racist that's allowing it as well. You're allowing the racist to win. Stop.
So I'm actually really confused about the recent justification of the use of the N-word. So to these little two blonde bitches, clearly uneducated and lacking any kind of worldly knowledge or experience, I want to let you know that free speech does not contain hate speech. But what hate speech does contain? Consequences. And I'm not going to donate to a cause to help protect you from the consequences of your own actions.
I'm gonna say the meanest thing I could possibly say to these Trump voters posting self-pity videos because they're suffering due to his policies. Now, I don't do personal attacks, so I'm just gonna tell you the truth, because sometimes the truth hurts. You don't get to complain. You definitely don't get to complain about the lack of leadership or ideas coming from Democrats, because we didn't do this to us. You did this to us. If you and I are driving down the interstate together and you reach over and grab the wheel and you steer us into a 200-foot deep ravine full of lava and sharks because you think big interstate is corrupt and you thought it would be funny to shake things up, when I scream at you as lava sharks eat our legs, you don't get to be mad at me for being mad at you, because it was my idea to stay on the interstate, and it was your idea that ruined everything for both of us. You don't get to ask what Democrats would do differently with the economy. You don't get to ask what Democrats are doing to help us right now. Those are 2024 questions, but we're in 2025 consequences. This era of the United States right now, this is about the president you elected, the cabinet secretaries your Senate confirmed, the cowering Republicans you elected to obey him in Congress, and all of the very real consequences resulting. We told you these things were going to happen and we gave you lots of warnings, but you grabbed the wheel anyway. If you want to know what Democrats would do differently, look at the track record going back to the Great Depression. Economic growth, job growth, wage growth, retirement plan growth, all of these things have been better under Democratic leadership than Republican. If you like these things, you vote for Democrats because it's what Democrats do. I don't care if you like the Democratic candidate. I don't even care if you understand how the policies work. And I'm not going to ask you if you believe me, because every chart and every graph that matters at the highest level for the middle class proves me right over the past 100 years. I'm only going to ask you that over the next year and a half, you come to grips with this fact so you don't make the same mistake again.
This is all I got from this video, and I am so happy that the account, the crowdfunding also was stopped, right? Because you can be crazy, you can be moving wild, and you want people to protect you, people that act like you, people that behave like you, to protect you. And that is also giving these women the opportunity to come out and express their own fatigue, because Black people are also very much tired of your own fatigue. See, I don't know why some women do not use their brain. Unfortunately, all these old women, because I am sorry, I am not mocking the fact that she's old, but I expect someone that is advanced to be better. With all these things, the first woman, the second one said, you think their kids will behave any better? The other one says she has a mixed child, biracial child, and all that, but she is trying to teach her not to let any word affect her. She is a liar. She is lying. Maybe the father is. You see the problem with, I don't know if you all have known, there is Black people who are, I don't know how Black people are able to identify them, but you all do this amazingly great. You see biracial kids with white mom, it's so easy to spot them because they have their mother's behavior, except for very few. But I don't know, Black people will dictate them from far away, from miles away, and tell you this is biracial child, biracial kid with white mom. You know what they breed? They breed the same venom like them. Because do you expect them to raise something different? I do not expect something different, right? So whatever comes out from them is also what they give to their child. And she is trying to tell you how to react when you feel offended, how to react when they make some certain kind of words. She is trying to tell you, do not let a word have a power over you. You are moving wild. You know, if you think you are smart, just go to some places and scream that word. Let's see how it goes. Let's see what happens. You all will bother about your own feeling. You will bother about how you feel and bother about how I also feel. How is that even possible? How is that even okay? See, it's so easy for you people, for them to sit down in their houses, mount their camera and say nonsense, or talk for 8 minutes and still say nothing. Because how can you speak for a whole 8 minutes and you are not even making any single sense? It shows how mental incapacitated that you are. I don't know how to. She was talking about my parents never had slaves and all that. Like you are going to tell me that if your ancestors they had slave or not, and moreover you are still enjoying from the fruit of what my people's ancestors fought. You want to talk to us? You want to talk to Black people about the word and how they shouldn't react to it and how they should react to it and how they should feel? No, not until one day you wake up and this is missing. Then you know, oh, was it because of what I said? You all are not okay. They have told you, do not say that word. How is that hard for you not to? How is that hard? Is it a hard thing to do not say? Just don't say. Shut up. Just don't speak. Do not speak and expect me to react the way you want, because that is what you people do. You want to control how people act, how people behave. When you offend them, no, that ain't working anymore. Aura for aura, energy for energy. You give it to me, I give it to you. I know what you want. That is how I roll this time around. And that is also how my people roll. Just make sure you are not at the wrong place. Don't let the world hold this thing for you. Like, who are you? The other one is talking about Black fatigue. He is only 5 years, but 5 years also still. Like, the kind of nonsense that come out from it, is that the justification? Because a child took a toy, literally they were playing or something. See, ain't nobody going to cover up you all BS. I learned that the account also. Oh my God, YouTube has really been restricting all my videos. I have so many videos, you cannot see them because YouTube will not let them fly. I don't know. And that not like I am saying something bad or the videos are bad, but they will not let them pass through. Story of my life. Yeah, the crowdfunding that they are doing has been, like, the worst part is that at Make America Great, the people that donated will not be able to get their money back. I love it. And who did it? A Black woman. You see, I love Black people in tech. Woo! Black women in tech. Woo! Say no more. Yeah, a Black woman in tech. Stop that crowdfunding. I love my people with all my heart. We're Blacking forever. This is all I got for you today. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.